Fuck you. Who the fuck you? Why are you weird? Why are you weird?
I've taken to creating a checklist, so I make sure to remember all of the little things outside of my session plan, because my session plan is usually 3 pages long.
Damn. You have
so
a much more extensive session plan than I do. Jesus Christ.
I have to for you guys.
Damn.
You have good characters. So every session I plan at least 4 character backstory things, right? Even if it's just a tiny little thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I know Tallion's going to rattle fucking Hap's cage more, but
my checklist for today has 17 points. So
damn.
welcome.
John, can you tell I look a little crispy today?
This guy.
Did you get sun?
Too much sun, John. I was in there's a food festival that I go to every year with my cousins and stuff in my hometown, and when I left, it was overcast. I was like, okay, we'll be okay. After 15 minutes of walking, it was a half an hour walk to the festival. The sun came out and didn't leave for 4 hours. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll send you my daily suggestion for sunscreen.
Yeah. Usually I'm really good with sunscreen. Like I went to Greece for like 10 days with loads of European goobers. Didn't get sunburned the entire time. Was good. Fucking home for 4 hours. Boom. I was out, but obviously when you're out in the sun, even when you've been out for ages, your skin won't show that you're burnt until you go inside. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good. Second I go into like a tent out in the sun, red. I'm like, oh fuck. And then today I had to go into work. I wore shorts, so my legs are burnt, and I had to wear jeans because I work in a cafe, because hot water and shit. That was fun. And then tomorrow I have to work in front of a hot grill the entire day. And it's 30 degrees tomorrow, Celsius, whatever that is Fahrenheit. I have no clue, but yeah,
it's hot.
It's hot, especially in the UK. That's especially when my cafe doesn't have AC. It's hot.
What is up with developed countries not having air conditioning in their buildings?
Yeah, because the cafe I'm in, the cafe I'm in, the building is over 100 years old, so it's an old building. Yeah.
One of some of our states.
You got my town is the town that fucking when it's like the. Let me look.
I have all my notes where my cameras should be. Oh my goodness.
Get off my lawn! Get off! No! Stop! Stop!
What's going on over there, Sephi?
It's a dog!
Yeah, the town that I'm in started being developing into a town in the 16th century, John. So, yeah, shit's old around in my town. It's just.
How old is the state?
You can't throw your way out of this.
That's older than America. I know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we were established as a colony in 1733. And we joined the United States of the we joined the Union in 1788.
Yeah. I do remember going when we went to Poland. We had Rob with us, who's from Texas, and every time we were going to say stuff, that's older than America. That's older than America.
Yeah.
My family was here in Canada before then, believe it or not. However, Calgary itself is not a very old city.
Fair. There's pros and cons to it, to old places. Like fucking most of the UK is not designed for cars, and it's just had to be slowly changed. You know.
Was the second ship over from France on my mother's side.
Damn.
That's cool.
That's very cool.
We came over really early too. But we weren't in Georgia.
How they got to Calgary, I don't know, man. But there's a really
details.
There's a really big set of binders on on a shelf.
I know Dust a few minutes later. We still have Demon's here today, right? Or do we have no Demon?
Should be. I have not been informed otherwise.
I will check if Stinkus is alive.
I know that Georgia. We have a lot of fun in Georgia, but just because we were founded as a penal colony. Like Savannah, which is a coastal town city in the southeast. Georgia is a very short coast, but it's one of the only deep ports. Well, it's the only deep port in Georgia, really. So it was for transporting, but it was originally a penal colony. I don't really know how Atlanta. I mean, I know how Atlanta became a thing because it's just where train lines intersected. So it's originally called Terminus. So Terminus from Walking Dead is a callback to that.
I did not know that. That's cool. That's
It was
a nice
called
little bit
Terminus
of
for
info.
the first, I don't know how long, and then it became Atlanta because of one governor's daughter's middle name was Atlanta, and so it's Atlanta now. And there's no T's in the entire word.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just like that soft D, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Can always tell in these different places. How do the locals say the name?
Don't come to UK towns. Don't do it. Some of them even confuse me.
I would like to point out that in our current session, our current group, 4 out of our 6 party members now have a little pet to varying degrees of usefulness.
Oh, we're counting the rat. We're counting.
The rat
And the frog.
Oh, and the frog. Fuck yeah, shit.
I
forget
did
the
put a
frog.
frog into my inventory.
Ah, how could I
love
forget the
that.
frog?
I love that we just happen to have now. We should all collect the useless pets.
I was gonna say
I
that
think
all
that would be very funny.
I was gonna say that all that means is we need more to get each one for each of the party members.
What's
Lupe
going
needs
to
a pet.
mean is
And then-
that one of us is going to get fireballed. And Zach's
Yeah,
going to be like,
yeah.
was pork on your person? Yes. Well, you now have a cooked pork. And Talion will eat him.
Yeah. Circle.
So we have
of life.
pork.
Waste not.
Who's going to be named Beans to go with the pork?
I'm looking for more rats.
Surely Chop should be the
Amazing.
next one.
We haven't really been in civilization. There will be rat hunting.
Amazing. At least mine and Dust Scoobers we can resummon. Fuck.
We'll eventually learn the necromancy spell. It'll be fine.
No, Nick. I thought you were gonna learn Find Familiar as well. No.
No.
Oh.
Why would I find him? He's right there.
No, but you'll be like Zach's character in my campaign. You'll just have the dead version of the animal.
Yeah, of course.
Just a skeleton rat.
So it's not
Are we
a
live?
smell.
By the way?
Well, we're
Oh
totally
yeah,
live.
we've been live for a little
Oh,
while.
hi guys. Thank you.
Hello.
We're early in the day. We might get a few people who pop in to say hi over the course of it. But, well, I think
Yeah.
I have stalled enough. I think we are going to get started.
More goobers will most likely appear. Like you say, it's more of a softer session today. So
Well, would any of you like to give a recap of what happened last time? I can, of course, but
I can if no one wants to. But
do it.
If you want the advantage, go ahead. I can.
Yeah,
I
sure.
already have advantage.
So we ended the session just returning to the caravan after exploring the stuff to the north, which is like a bandit camp and ruins. We returned to there being Woldan Grimholt, some uber stinker person that was to do with the dark and great one, the big guy. Him and his group then searched the camp, got angry with some of the dwarves, got a little suspicious of our really fancy statue. It's a really good statue, really cool statue. But kept on moving. Called Hap a soldier. They spoke to some of the priests. Yada yada yada. Hap then very much said, "I want to leave." Wizard Tower? Question mark. And we went to the Wizard Tower. Exploring the Wizard Tower, there was a frog that I thought was mysterious, but was just a stupid frog. There was spirits basically saying that they'd been hurt in some way or something happened to them. We then, I think, someone healed them, which killed the ghosts. We then explored the Wizard Tower. There was some more ghosts, and there was a ghoulish type thing in the basement, but it entirely evil, was more just scared and confused. So we did the smart thing, obviously, of a really dangerous creature that we don't understand. We let it go. Not our monkey, not our circus. We then explored the rest of the basement. We got a magical reading light, and I think some of the spells for Versata. And then we left and we were resting for the night, and that's why I think we ended it when we were resting.
Indeed. Your travel back towards the caravan will be peaceable this time. I believe we ended with you guys having a couple little slightly ominous conversations, being a little confused about each other on the way back. But it turns out you've all learned just tidbits enough to have slightly ominous conversations and be confused about each other at almost any time now, if you'd like. So where we will begin is several hours of travel past. You've been able to finish gathering any little supplies you might need for your spellcasting while you're away from the caravan. Practice little things, keep a watch out, and as you approach back at the caravan, you get away from one of the knights, and, well, you have a few hours.
On the way there, could I say that I resummoned Scout,
Of course.
my bird? Wonderful. Still keeping him as a hawk. I'm not changing him to a vulture yet because I think I'd get questions, but yeah. Hawk is back on his shoulder. Off, whatever it was. Same
Seeing
bird.
that, Talion puts Pork on his shoulder.
Pork enjoys the little perch, like stretching out and leaning out, and Scout looks to you every so often, Hap, as though asking permission to eat Pork.
Hap obviously tells them no and tells them to fly around and probably the area as usual.
Talion is waiting for the sacrifice of Pork. That never comes.
And so it is that you return to caravan. Get away from the merchant, they call out, "Oi! Our wayward guards are back!" And there's a little cheer from the caravan. You're generally well liked here.
Hap just gives a nod. Nothing else.
Not sure what to name this frog that I found.
Mm,
Wait, what part of it do you plan on eating?
like,
None of it, most likely?
Oh, name it none of it.
Oh, okay.
None of it?
whoa, let's workshop a bit. Let's workshop. I think there's better names. I would say I could ask him, but it's not a smart frog.
Kind of rude.
I'm being honest. I asked him. I was talking to him before. Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting from a frog, but
What if we name the frog Smart then? So that it's always smart.
I hate it and I
like
love it.
this.
I hate it and I love it at the same time.
Smart is nice. I don't mind smart.
You know, I was going to suggest naming it something you expect we hear from a frog, something like Spots.
Or chicken.
Oh, yes.
You got some choices to pick from there. Hey, true. You got some choices. You got
Mm.
what?
Mm.
None of it. Chicken, Smart, or Spots,
Or simply frog.
Mm.
or frog.
Frog is also
Mm.
good.
Mhm.
I'm actually still kind of thinking about none of it. Because when you say it really fast, it almost sounds like a name.
None of it.
Everything is a name.
It's true. I've heard some weird names.
Alright, first name none of it, last name Smart.
None of it smart?
Sure.
I don't mind none of it smart.
This is ingenious.
None of it's smart.
Can we have an is in there somewhere?
Where do you want to put it? Is none of it smart?
What if you make the middle initial
Uh.
S?
Huh.
None of it smart.
That's what.
That's a great idea.
We've got it. We've got it. Job done. Cab walks away.
I feel like we just really worked through something there.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
There we go. Yep. Perfect.
That's smart.
NPC is a thing. It's now a thing that can be loved but can also be lost.
Oh my lord.
Hap will go and find the caravan commander person.
Sure.
Wait to see if anyone else follows, but yeah.
These two will swap out.
Nope.
And you can come and chat with them up here, Commander Actea. Like, oh,
Morning, commander.
good morning. How did you all fare out there? What did you do?
Oh, there was a wizard tower or something.
Wizard Tower. Okay,
Yeah.
just exploration.
There was some undead that we dealt with.
Right. Good work then.
Easy stuff. And we got the most valuable thing we could have ever got. And he points to the frog.
This is none of it as smart.
We'll come up. They'll reach out and like poke him very gently. The frog blinks an eye. Well, you know, I've never had a pet frog before, but let me know how it goes.
Oh, he's very kind.
Huh. Do you need like a frog bucket for him or something?
Well, I can just
Good
put him in
point.
my hood.
Okay.
They will dry out. You do need some water of some sort. Maybe a frog bottle, maybe, or a frog water skin to, like, pour it over him every once in a while.
Teo will.
Surely I can make a frog flask.
Frog flask, that's the one. That's branding and everything.
Clunking around, the thing shakes as they step up into it. Yeah. And they'll pass to you, Atra, a large water skin. Use that however you want.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Any problems always we've gone, or everything smooth?
Everything's been smooth. People were a little shaken up by the search, but that's about it.
The dwarves still angry, or are they good?
When aren't they angry?
Fair. If you need any of us to help with guarding, I'm more than happy. Obviously, some of my compatriots are less the guardy type, and more, good in a pinch.
Yeah, we're getting close to Medin, so we should see less things like bandits, and if there's anything on the road, it'll probably be a creature of some kind. So just keep your eyes out. Should be pretty obvious.
Gotcha. Talk to the other guards and see if anyone needs relief or anything like that.
He smiles, gives you a little thumbs up.
Yeah. Hap will go find Havita and make sure they're nice and chill on a cart or something. Since they seem to be a little quiet.
Get Havita on a cardigan.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it looks like we've got Talion. You're coming up alongside the dwarves, a little caravan here. Julia kind of gives you a little, like, head up and down, almost a nod as you approach.
So how are you doing?
Better now. Your help was more than appreciated. And she tosses you from within a pouch she pulls out pretty swiftly. One of those little stone balls.
Of course, to go with my sculpture.
Yes. Seems like you all might need it more than us if you're going out there and facing the threats before they get here.
Could you tell me how to use it?
That's what comes next. It will only activate if it's been within your grasp within 10 seconds. So throw it, and then say the words. Zach finds his stuff. Find the light.
Throw it and then say that?
Yes, and then it will explode most violently.
I thought this was all about the darkness. I'm confused about the light.
It's a bit of a joke between us, because the explosion's so bright.
I see. I like that. I do. It's like right before people die and their entrails are spread across the room. Small little bit of humor.
And if they become a ghost, they'll be confused about that for the rest of their days.
We should have become friends faster.
I was right to follow that little gut instinct. You're trusted among us for now. We have something... not here.
I do have one question for you. Just one. And he's going to look slightly behind him, and one of his ears is going to kind of point to the gentleman in the back of the car. Wait, I can literally point. What is his deal? He's kind of an ass.
His deal is he was born with money and never learned that he could be without it. At least my father made sure I had to work for 10 years.
And your father is...
Opal Crown. King of the Dwarves. King of the...
every dwarf?
In the region, probably. Bet there's some who aren't, but... all of them make their way to Opal Keep eventually. Best minds... and besides that, we have the excavation of the old keep. Always find interesting things down there. Ah, but I never said that. She winks.
Of course you never... What? Nice to meet you. Italian.
Julia Opal Crown, and... you know, Talion, I think we're gonna get along just fine.
I like being connected to people like you, who bring such good capes and funny explosions.
I just need people I can trust.
You can't do that with me. But I like that you think you can.
She chuckles a bit. I trust that you're in it for yourself, and that's all that I need to know.
You're correct. And also, just so you know, but I never said this, I'm going to rob him blind.
Have fun.
Okay. Toodaloo!
The dwarves step aside. They still look grumpy, but they're not, like, standing in your way anymore.
I really like your beard. I like the way it is long and slightly braided.
Opal, and emotions to a bit of it.
You're very handsome.
Thanks.
But not my type, sadly.
He shrugs.
Italian will just continue giving weird things and saying weird words to people.
Absolutely. Most of you come up to around the center here. There's some folks around here. Anyone else want to go chat with anyone in the caravan during the day here?
I actually want to talk to Lupe.
Of course. I mean, each other is the best option.
Varsada is going to sort of hoist himself up in the cart behind Lupe and sort of like get on his knees and sit down. And he's going to pull out his book and a quill and look at Lupe and narrow his eyes. And he's going to say, Lupe, can I ask you a rather intrusive question?
Sure, but I can't guarantee whether or not I'll answer.
That's fair. When are you planning to rob me?
Hmm. But wouldn't it be funny if I don't tell you when?
Okay, so you are planning to rob me, and he'll write something down, like a little check mark next to a box. Okay, good. So, I suppose the other
Am I
question
gonna rob
is,
you or am I not?
you've already, you can't undo what you've done. I suppose then I have a second question, which is why haven't you robbed any of us yet? I'm gonna be so, and he's gonna say this part quietly. I'm going to be so for real with you. You are so obviously a thief. And I just kind of want to level with you. What's going on?
I don't know. I guess I'm just bored.
Huh.
I mean, going back to the city could be fun. Could be robbing some rich people. That would be very funny. But I'm kind of out here, very far from any other city. You guys kind of seem like freaks, but not in a way that's like, but not in some kind of way that's, weird. I just think you guys are pretty interesting. You guys are kind of odd, and I kind of like it. Especially you, Corpse Boy.
Don't. All right. Don't call me that. He'll like stop writing down in his book when you call him Corpse Boy. Don't call me that.
Alright. Wink.
Why did you wink? What was that?
Am I winking?
It looked like a wink.
You'll never know. Anyways, what are you saying? You were speaking there.
He'll narrow his eyes. Oh, right. You've befuddled me. Okay. Kind of shake his head. I think that's it. You're terribly confusing, I must say.
Well, that's the purpose.
The purpose?
Yeah.
Of what?
It's funny. It's more fun to be confusing. You leave people guessing or trying to get lost in information. It's funny watching you get all confused and trying to figure me out. Your little book and quill.
Kind of gets a little flustered. Okay. Yes. All right. Yep. Fair. Okay. And he'll just kind of like lean on the side of the cart with his back, open his book, and tilt his hat down to cover his face, and just start writing. He's lost this conversation.
Gosh, she's just gonna chill now. Just take a swig of the wine as she's like watching the caravan, just continue on.
Absolutely. I open it once more. If anyone wants to pull any conversations as the caravan is moving.
We'll check with the guards just to make sure if he needs any help with anything. Doesn't need to be RP'd, but just the idea that he's ingratiating himself with the guards a bit more.
Absolutely. You can come and switch off with this guy in the northeast here.
Yeah.
We'll go chill on the edge of his caravan. There
See
we
if is it May? Is that the name?
go. Yeah. Yeah.
See if they're sort of shitting themselves, maybe, just keeping an ear out,
They seem fine, if noticeably more annoyed with their boss, question mark.
Okay.
Anytime he yells at something, anytime anything happens at all, really.
Mm-hmm. He just, anytime Hap looks to that dude, he clearly looks annoyed. He's not trying to hide it.
Make me a perception check, Hap.
Perception. Mid-range.
Alright. As you are traveling, you will notice that the same hawk, which is not your hawk, is following along with the caravan for a while. Probably like 5 hours.
Is it following like the same pattern of circling around? It's not like... It's not showing very animalistic behavior, if you know what I mean.
It's like resting in trees nearby and then moving ahead a ways and then waiting for you to pass.
Pap will not act like he notices it and slowly head towards Vasata.
Okay. Well, that's happening.
Yeah.
Looks like Atra's coming up to the caravan here. You see Xerxes sitting on the bed here, and your parents each sitting in little chairs. They're kind of wobbling about a little bit as the caravan moves. But as you come in, your father will kind of motion out and say, Atra, come in. Come take a seat. How has your journey been?
It's been good.
Ah. Have you been having fun out there?
As much fun as I can have, doing guard work and stuff like that.
Your mother shakes her head a little bit and says, yeah, people in the caravan know all of your names. They say that you are good people. So I think you are doing well.
Well, that's good to hear. Dad, could I ask you to step outside with me for a second? I have a question to ask you.
Of course. He'll step up and make his way outside with you. He'll just shut the door.
So-
It was kind of swinging on its hinge.
I know I went through this process myself, and I'm just trying to remember. When it comes to getting people licensed, how easy is that?
Well, it's relatively easy. You just need to get them in contact with a priest, and they can get them in with the network, send the appropriate paperwork off. It goes to the tower, and that's all that needs to be done. Eventually, you'll receive your paper back. It could take a week, a month. I've heard some people get it in a day.
All right. Is that possible to do on a moving caravan?
It might take some time. We might have to... Is this about May? He says.
Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Xerxes has it all handled. He's gotten all the paperwork ready just in case someone comes across us beforehand. And when we next get to a city, he'll hand it off to the local message senders, runners. There we go, that's the word.
Of course. All right. Just wanted to... If that's all handled, that's perfect.
Oh yes, don't worry. Xerxes is very good about these things, though he seemed a little bit stressed as of late.
That's not good.
Yes. We're trying to figure it out, but between you and me, if he's not an adherent of Shadow, he might be an adherent of Whisper. Kind of nudges you.
I understand.
We'll catch you by the fireside. Your mother wanted to... I'm going to give you the warning in advance. Your mother wanted to sort of ambush you with asking you if you'd thought about what you want to do when we get to Atreya.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
Yes. She means well, don't worry. But, just be ready for it.
All right, I'll try my best to be.
He smiles and pats you on the back. Don't worry. You can stay with us for a while, work the fields, we'll need some help. You could go in with the local sect. I'm sure they'd be looking to train up a new priest.
Maybe.
He nods. Alright, well...
let you get back to your conversation.
Yes. We were trying to piece together some knowledge. Seeing as our book was taken, not something most of us studied hard. And he's stepping back up and people are looking back at him. He says, "We'll talk to you by the fire. See ya, Atra."
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Hap, you come up to Versada. I imagine everyone's kind of gathering back around here.
Hey, Corpse Boy.
I need a moment, actually. What does
Huh?
Versada look like when another person starts calling him Corpse Boy?
Did Hap call him
Hap
Corpse
goes,
Boy again?
Hap goes, hey, Corpse Boy.
He's still kind of like slumped over with his hat over his head, and he'll like tilt it up and slowly look over to Hap with like narrowed eyes,
Hap looks confused.
and I feel like he looks more disgusted than angry.
Oh.
And and he'll just kind of like stare at Hap for a moment and then glare at Lupe and then say, "Don't call me that."
Oh, understood. Not a nickname you like. Gotcha. Versada, sorry. We
Mhm.
have a slight maybe problem.
Oh,
A hawk of some sort has been following us for about 5 hours.
For you, Stream, Versada is
It's
the
definitely
son
not
of the dead
normal.
lady. So calling him Corpse Boy
It's hiding
is
in
pretty
trees and
funny.
waiting for us to pass, and then still following us. But it's been following us for longer than normal. You know the birds we have. You know.
Versada will nod. All right. Well, the quickest conclusion to jump to is that it was, what was his name? That man that came by the other day, following us afterwards, attempting to see if we would act out after he left.
Well done.
Yes. So, I think the best
Excellent.
thing to do would to see if there's some semblance of a magical imprint and see who it might be coming from. Bizarre question: did it look evil?
As much as I know. Did it look evil?
No,
Or
it
is
just,
it like a hawk?
just looked like a hawk.
It's a hawk, so it could be either way. I've met some assholes.
Where is it?
It's like
In that tree.
it's like in this tree over here right now.
Yeah.
Why don't we just kill it and eat it for dinner?
We
If
don't want to give
it
away. Do we know
is-
anything?
Yes, Versada will not.
But it is just hunting. We are just hungry.
Hawk isn't really a thing you hunt.
Maybe you don't.
Fair.
It's a fair point, I guess.
There is, however, one more obvious culprit. Your friend, I believe they were your friend.
Oh
From
shit.
back at the thieves den
uh-huh.
thing.
Yeah, Leanne. Yeah, that could be it.
I don't know, and he'll like kind of quiet down a little bit once you realize what he's about to say, and he'll lean in and he'll say, "I don't quite know much about your circle or circles in general, but is it common for you all to have hawks as your familiars?"
Not so much hawks, but depends on preference.
Well, that could be a commonality. Maybe we can inspect in some way and figure out.
I'm just trying to think of how we inspect without giving away that we know. If that's woe down, we don't want to give away.
Indeed. I think for now, and he'll kind of like speak up now, so he's not like
Yeah.
just whispering. I
Mm.
think for now we keep an eye on it, be careful what you do around it, and eventually it'll either get bored and leave or show its true intentions.
Gotcha. I'll have Scout to keep at least some sort of an eye on it,
Hold
just
on.
so we're aware of it. And I am sorry, I didn't realize the nickname was bad.
He won't even dignify that with a response. He'll just ignore it altogether. He'll just give like a little nod and go back to what he was doing.
And Hap will go back to his guard spot. And yeah,
If anything, you are a future corpse boy, because you are alive.
True.
He'll kind of just pause for a moment. I'll take a deep breath in, and he's going to close the book and stand up and say, I'm going to go get some air. And it's going to walk away.
Lupe, could I ask you an invasive question?
I'm going to be quiet now. That was very silly, but I'm gonna let you roleplay.
Do you want some wine, Talion?
Yes, I do.
And sugar. Do you want a bottle or do you want a swig?
There's something so dramatic about carrying a bottle and drinking from it. I would like to do that.
Yeah, all right. She'll
Hey,
share,
Taylor.
you know.
Would you like a sip?
Yeah.
Just take a sip of it before passing it over.
It's passing over. We're passing sips.
I think that we know each other enough to do this. I know my question. Thank you for the wine. It's very kind of you. What happened to your face?
What do you want to know? You're just curious, being nosy.
I think we may have lost John.
Oh, we lost John.
At first, I
John
thought he was
died.
just holding the pose really well, but it's
Yeah, I
definitely
thought he was as
frozen.
well.
Are you back?
I'm on mobile for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you want me to give you a moment when we come back to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Alright, Versada goes off to the edge, getting some space
He
from the
sits on a
group.
rock.
Gotcha. The comment seeming to have bothered him more than a nickname should. Hap goes back to guarding. Javita's off in their own world for a little while. And you're just kind of wandering along, Atra, near enough to hear all of this, of course. After we've covered all your conversations, we'll have the sun starting to set. You'll have your camp. And then we'll just kind of go over if there's anything you guys want to do over the next day or two as you approach your next destination, the Medan Tavern.
Love a good tavern.
Medan itself, you could have asked the caravan master or anyone here really, is a really, to call it a town is a lie. It is 6 farms and an inn. The only reason it's on the map is because every road, east to west, passes through Medan. And so its tavern is rather large for its size, and a great stop for travelers. Because otherwise you're camping in the woods.
Fair.
Hmm. Is there...
When it becomes like night, do we have campfires? Are they like close to all the rest of the camp, or will you have one separate for us or not? I'm
If you,
assuming not, probably.
if you want to set up a separate one, you can, but the camp goers won't do that for you, no.
Apple set one like a little bit away, like probably like up, if it distance wise, at least like up here probably somewhere. You know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. I'll get you a nighttime map for when we get there, and you can show me
Wonderful.
where you want it to be. But you can be gathering supplies for it while you're traveling too.
yeah.
Alright. Hopping back over here, you had passed some wine and just asked where those burn scars came from. What happened to your face?
Yes, what happened to your face?
What do you want? Oh, what do you want to know? Curious. What brought up that question?
I will reword it. What happened to your face?
Well, it's a burn scar. Fire happens.
So you were burned?
Happens.
You're
I wanna
specifically
elaborate
not
more on that.
answering my question. Okay, you want to elaborate? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, for now. Don't know when. Probably never.
Oh,
Respectfully.
okay. Great conversationalist.
Great conversations. And wine.
The wine is good.
Actually, I'm really glad I'm got this wine. I wonder how long we're gonna finish out the wines. I have a couple of these bottles. Shit, take a sip.
Would you like to know how I got these? And Talion will lower his collar slightly and show what look like eyes of birch tree all around his neck.
Go for it if you want to say it. I ain't stopping you.
I don't want to say it. I was going to use this as a bargaining chip, so you would elaborate, but you're not interested. And thus, I have no chips.
Maybe someday, when if we're somewhere, I don't know, far, she's like,
When we are in a dire situation and we feel as though our stories are about to end, we want to ensure someone else knows them.
yeah, I guess so. And she seems like she's not fully thinking, because she's kind of just just really distracted on the wine. But she's engaged in the conversation. She's kind of just like not wording correctly, if that makes sense.
Can I ask you a different question then?
All right. Yeah.
What are you afraid of?
She'll kind of pause for a moment and take a bigger swig of her wine than usual. I don't know how to word it. Not something I can fully describe, though.
That makes sense. But there is fear.
I did not hear you, John. Can you repeat that, please?
But there is fear.
I guess.
It is
She
good
won't
to know
elaborate more.
It's good to know that you are a person. And Diane will walk away.
Lupe holds tight to their secrets, it seems.
I love that freak.
Eventually, your caravan travel will come to an end. Camping up for the night. I will add you all onto the night map. Who am I missing? Atra. There we go. Move some folks around. All the horses. Fires crackle.
Can Hap, as scout, like he'll lean against the thing and kind of just, go into his own thoughts for a little bit, and as scout try and see if he can see the hawk that's been following?
Absolutely. Give me a perception check.
And because I'm doing it through hawk, I get hawk stats. Where are they? I get advantage or some shit like that.
Sure.
Sure. I'll just get to search up because I haven't got the thing. Hawk D&D 5e. Oh yeah. Bam. Come on, jump perception checks, and it's +4. So
Oh wow.
1 extra to mine. Oh, that's right. Roll it twice. What's it?
Well, I imagine a 24.
Oh.
Yeah, twice.
2 19s.
Okay.
So 23.
You do not see it. It seems to have left by this point.
Huh. Interesting.
Whoever it was must not have a invested interest in keeping track of your every move.
He'll still have scout rest every once in a while, but still keep it out for the hawk and stuff. Whistling every once in a while to pretend that that's how he commands the bird, but yeah.
As you're coming here, I think Xerxes will kind of sit aside. You will come join by the fire.
Is this seat taken?
No, any motions to him. No, it's it.
Ian sits uncomfortably close to him.
You can tell he's uncertain about it at first, but he'll just continue to sit.
How do you feel about the medical properties of frog spit?
Frog spit is medicine. I didn't know there was medical properties. What's it
I
used
don't know, that's
for?
why I was asking you.
Ah,
I've just been rubbing frog spit into a wound and it's not really doing anything. I think it's getting worse.
I'd be careful about that. Why?
Why?
Yes, why did you do that?
To learn about the medical properties of frog spit.
Huh. In my opinions, and he'll reach over and poke you on the shoulder while he does this. A simple prayer is plenty enough. May it be you are restored to as you were meant to be. There's a faint grayish glow, and you heal. You don't need it.
I am cured. I feel so much better. What? That was beautiful. You should be a priest.
He sits back a little bit. Yes, well, this caravan travel in particular needs one. And, well, I can read their maps. I have a few friends along the way. An old one I'm hoping to meet in the upcoming Varia. Medon's a small place, but lots of folks pass through.
Do you ever feel like a candle at the end of its wick?
All too often as I get older. But remember, you are not a candle. You can burn twice as bright and it won't change your lifespan.
No, I'm much closer to a puddle about to dry up.
He looks concerned.
Don't worry, it will rain soon.
Take some time for yourself.
And Talion will completely begin, like, not looking at him or anything, still incredibly close to him, and will pull out his needle, the pine straw coated in amber, and will work on a stick and poke tattoo on his hand.
Viltanus Xerxes is mildly off-put. Which is clear to everyone, I think, actually. But he doesn't move, for whatever reason.
Would you like a tattoo?
No.
Why not?
I just think it might hurt a little bit. What if I heal it and it goes away?
Don't heal me for at least a few days.
Your mother leans over, Atra. Atra, dear, have you thought about what you want to do when we get to Eclair?
I might just keep doing what I've been doing on the way here. Guard work, stuff like that, seems simple and easy.
Caravan guarding? Are you sure?
Not specifically maybe caravans. I might try something. There are other avenues of guarding I could go down.
I suppose so. Maybe you could get a job. I know the royal family there employs quite a few people. Maybe we could put in a good word and you could get some work around home.
Maybe. That'd be nice.
She smiles, seemingly satisfied with your answer. Even though she came up with the answer. Well, then when we get there, after we get the farm, we'll see about something like that.
We have to get there first, and that is what these fine folks are here to help us with.
Right.
And we'll continue to be.
Good folks. You see a little thumbs up from your father behind her. Well, she's not looking. Oh. Well, beyond that, what are folks doing at camp time?
It's just watching,
goodness.
leaning against the cart and just watching for now.
Sure.
When the priest was talking, he was doing everything in his soul to not roll his eyes. But yeah.
Versada's mostly doing the same, sitting in the cart. He's mostly just working. I think since earlier today, he's really just kind of pushed himself further into his book than normal. And is just writing away.
Absolutely.
I kind of forgot our previous conversation about whether or not we keep an eye on things. Would it be safe to walk around camp somewhere? Question mark. Just a stroll, night stroll.
It happened last time. Sure you could.
Yeah, sure. Lupe will go on a stroll. Ooh.
Absolutely. Just before you leave.
Huh?
one of the dwarves from the Opal Crown caravan, or the Opal Crown cart, I should say, comes over carrying a chest, a small one, which he'll set on the ground here. As agreed, for that small favor you did for us, Julia Opal Crown sends her regards. And he pats the chest.
I really love the Opal Crowns.
Good folk. He
You
starts
look
heading
very
off.
handsome in the firelight.
Get me 4 more drinks. He starts going this way.
Lupe, do you like money?
Yeah. But I'll come back to that in a sec. I'll stuff that in my pockets.
The whole chest?
I'll deal with the chest and we'll split it up. Don't worry.
Don't count me in.
You sure?
Positive. Consider it a favor.
Chill.
Happel's confused for a second, but then not.
Where did we pass by any like any small any water or so before we start camping?
Yeah, I mean, you could find like a little, you're in kind of prairie style environment right now. You could come across like a ditch area along the way that was filled up with water from time.
A ditch?
Cat has come by just to say, Talion, what are you on about? I know.
So you said a ditch? Sorry.
Yeah, it's like just a lower area where water has pooled after the last rain, and it'll be wet here. It's like a pool that'll be wet for maybe a week.
Okay. And let's see, she'll sit there, and then she's kind of like, I could see myself in my reflection in that water. It's not super muddy, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's relatively clear.
Yeah, and she'll make sure she's at least a little far away not too far away, but a little far enough from the camp.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kind of look into her own reflection.
You can see the burns across your face, relatively new.
Yeah, and she'll touch her scars for a moment, touching her own face.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll cast minor illusion on her face.
Thanks for the prime subs, guys. Here.
It's like a very gentle stroke, covering half of her face for a moment. And then as she's casting the spell, she drags her hand down a little, and it's like they were never there. She's just staring at herself.
And your face in the water begins to move, different to your own. Let me pull something up. It speaks to you. Da, 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 da. I have a task for you.
It's been a while since I've seen you. I guess heard you.
And
You're not still mad at me?
Bad. Never.
I, 'cause, 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 '
I watch. I am entertained. I understand. I reward. Use your magic before you rest in a safe place.
All right, I will. I did say I'd use the gift.
And your reflection starts to move with your own mouth as you say that. You seem to be alone again.
She'll stare at herself for a few more minutes before dispelling the spell and walking back to camp.
Absolutely. Versada, are you attempting to write any spells in your time working? You are muted.
Did you know I'm angry? Yes, definitely. He is trying to make a spell.
What would you like to make?
I think I'm trying to decide of the ones that I proposed. I'm trying to decide between two. I think given that this is the first time he's ever properly done this, he wants to make it a little bit easier on himself. I think he's going to try and make Sleep Cloud first.
Absolutely. Roll me an Arcana check. You've had plenty of hours to work on this throughout the day. And of course, it'll run you 25 gold worth of ingredients. But you have that.
Got you. I do? Okay, good.
You'll have to spend your gold starting soon, but you can... Noted.
Damn it.
You've produced such a scroll. With such a low roll, you, the player, may be certain that it has not worked. Versada does not know.
Gotcha.
But remember, either way, next time you attempt it, it will be easier.
Gotcha.
You are brought another reward during the night because you guys completed your quests all at once. One of the knights will come over with a rather large, old, dusty bottle of wine and say, Commander Octea has taken this special provision and requested it be put towards the other guards. And I'll hold it out.
Hap will rush over to say thank you.
Mm.
Oh, cheers.
Mm.
We'll take it.
And it is a
Okay.
bottle of ashen wine made in the homelands, worth probably about 150 gold.
Noted. Hap will put it in his pack. And we'll go back to what he was about to say something to Versata, but then got distracted by booze.
Whoever picked up the chest.
Habs Hobbins, look after that for a second. I'm going to take it soon.
All right.
Yeah, cheers.
The chest will contain 300 gold.
Whew. God damn. Hap will then go to Vasata and say, I don't know what you're working on, but if you want more privacy, I'm going to go make a campfire up on the hill.
He'll kind of pause. He seems to have like just finished a scroll and he's just kind of inspecting it before he like tucks it away. And I'll look up. Oh, that would actually be nice. It's a little cold.
Yeah. And too many people.
Oh, not.
He'll say the same thing to the rest of the party. That basically he's making a campfire up on the hill. And then he will go by and grab the chest and then head up on the hill. I'll probably grab Havita on the way as well. So.
Absolutely. The
On the
music's
hill.
become particularly haggly. There we go.
Yeah.
Timing's kind of good. I think I am going to vomit.
What?
Hello?
Go where this direction.
Talion
Away
makes
from
retching
those
sounds.
doors.
Stumbles to a bush. And he would like to find horrible boss number 1's cart.
Ah. Absolutely. You're looking for the Opal Crown card? Or...
No, for May's boss's cart.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So, it's on the other end of the camp over here. You can stumble around. Once you're out in the darkness, only the dwarves can really see you. And guess what? Even if they see you, they don't care.
Talion is going to cast Disguise Self and turn him into the farmer that's typically positioned to the east of the camp, into the back of it, that we haven't talked to, I don't think.
Absolutely.
But he doesn't do the hat, and he's dirty. And Talion's going to attempt to rob him.
Alright. You can get into his cart. Again, you can make me a stealth check if you'd like.
I'll make it just to see. Not terrible.
It's actually Julia who, as you're getting to the cart, looks over, perfectly timed. She smiles.
Talion does a bow so that she knows that it's him.
Mm-hmm. And you can begin to raid his cart if you'd like. It appears he is transporting a number of materials, alchemical and fabric. If you'd like to steal any silks or random fabrics, or dyes, or or if you want to steal alchemical supplies.
Definitely alchemical supplies, and then if there's any silk or fabric in Talion's color palette, because it looks like his clothes are all handmade, he will take that. So earth tones, and then he will knock over all the bottles of dye onto any of the fabric he doesn't take.
All right. We got 31 gold worth of silk. And only 16 gold worth of chemical supplies. But you've ruined a great number of fabrics.
And then Talion will, after he has kind of taken everything, and he's trying to make sure he's like still lean and lithe, he'll stuff the rolls of fabric up his shirt, and then the alchemical supplies will just go into assorted patches on his clothing, and he will disappear back into the dark and undisguise himself.
Absolutely.
And then he'll step back. I vomited everywhere. Don't go back there. Oh my goodness.
Cersei's just shakes his head.
I think it was this frog spit.
Folks seem to be setting up a little campfire up top.
Oh, you can remove light from me.
Purposely out of ear reach of like the rest of the camp, or at least if you talk quietly, you know. So we have some privacy. Wow, it's like there's an actual fire there. My computer's on fire. No.
You all can chill up here. If there's anything you want to chat about, you can, of course.
Oh, I forgot to move Lupe. Whoops.
Waits a little bit to see if anyone else joins.
Italian crawls.
Find your way up.
Why are
You know what?
why are you crawling, Talion?
I am really sick.
Oh, yeah.
What
That's
the-
good.
I think I'm going to die.
Oh, really? I thought you were immortal.
Two things can happen at once.
Those two can, though. Surely.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, shit. Good luck.
Italian rolls over and plays dead.
I guess one of us will have to look after Pork. Hap slowly walks forward.
Your bird will eat that rat.
Yes. Well, if I don't tell him to, he won't. But you know, telling was always a thing of not wasting life. If Pork just stayed there, it'd be a waste of life.
Don't worry, Pork will
Wait.
eat me in a few days.
Okay. Thank you, Dead Talion. Thank you. So,
So
oh, you gonna go first?
I
Go for it.
either way, I had asked my parents if you guys are interested. It is pretty easy to get you guys licensed. All we have to do is talk to the magistrate. He will write a letter, and then he will send that letter off.
That- One, that sounds too easy. I should point it out. And two, I'm still good.
A license would be wonderful. That sounds quote-unquote easy and also terribly time-consuming. Do you know how long that would take?
Oh, yeah, you kind of have to send a carrier out, and then the carrier has to get there, and then the carrier has to get back to you. So we could always tell them, we could send the courier out, and then we could tell them, hey, we will be at X place in X amount of days. We're on the way there, and then surely it'll come back.
What happens
Uh-huh.
if someone's found mid-carrier? Let's say Rosada has applied for their license, but while they're applying, a priest finds out that they've cast magic in some way, or that they're a magic caster, not that they've cast magic.
I believe, at least for May,
May
the
cast
magistrate
Oh, yeah.
has another
Fine.
one right now, so that if they are found out, he will be able to provide his copy, basically.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Does that still involve writing your name and sticking your finger with blood on the piece of paper?
No blood involved, I don't think.
They're pretty sure there's blood involved. Last time I looked into it, I had my secretary look into it.
Is that pork?
That's pork.
Yep.
But actually, it was his brother. It was his brother Long, but that's okay.
His brother what?
Long.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a naming scheme to the rats, but I guess not.
There is.
Pork and long, what's the connection?
You're saying it in the wrong order.
Long pork? What's the...
Do you know what we taste like?
What?
Pork. But we are longer than them.
Atra.
Yeah. What's up?
He's just like staring for a moment, then he'll go back to Atra. So sorry. What if it gets denied? My only fear with this is that if we do so and it gets denied or it takes too long, then now they know somebody who is interested in doing magic and is not allowed to do magic is now out there, and they have a name to them.
I don't know.
I am interested. But I'd like to learn more about it before I say yes or no.
That's fair. You can always talk to the magistrate yourself.
Ah.
Hap is already shaking his head.
That is always a possibility.
So, larger question. Obviously, there's the license. What's our plan? We-
I just robbed someone.
Oh, good.
What?
What?
Was he an asshole?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, is it him?
There's like 3 different posh assholes that ever stick. You know.
It was the one who is rude
Oh.
and talks about accounting.
Oh.
Not the one that's
Yes.
rude and talks about himself.
That's-
That's the other one. The
I
Duke
think
or
that's
whatever
the
his name
other
is.
one. That's the other
Yeah.
one, yes.
Gotcha.
I lost a bet with Gunnard. I didn't know it was you who was going to rob someone first.
I also damaged the majority of his supplies.
Oh.
Did you leave a note?
No.
How much did you take?
How do they learn a lesson if you don't leave a note?
I'm hoping he doesn't learn so he can continue to be punished.
I more meant him being an asshole to May, but
Oh, that's probably
Mm.
right. Can you give my cut of the reward to May? Maybe she can
sure.
buy a better boss.
Yeah, sure. You want me to tell it
But
from
the-
you, or just that it's...
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
okay. I'll come with something.
I'm maintaining a very mysterious illusion with her.
Oh, gotcha. Of what? Of lying?
I would never lie.
Gotcha. You're still dead, right?
Hello, this is your conscious speaking.
We're just speaking in common, but okay.
Not very good at sounding like a bell
Why do you sound like a bell?
or like a crystal.
I was going to think dwarvish, but okay.
You're a dwarf.
Took that long? Did you think the question, we're the same height? You didn't... Why are you so small?
You want to know the real reason?
Sure.
I was put into a cauldron when I was a baby. And boiled
What?
alongside other ingredients.
Why does...
Huh?
Why does that weirdly make
Oh, you
sense?
were being seasoned?
Why
I
does
was
that...
being
Yeah,
seasoned. I am like a stew.
that weirdly kind of... I weirdly believe you.
It might be the truth.
I hope so.
And remember, I was a baby.
Do you remember that, or were you told that?
Oh no, I wasn't told that. I just kind of put pieces together.
What was there a diary of you being seasoned, or
Well, there's like the
the
process.
less salt next time?
No, it wasn't
Why
like
were you?
what-
Why were you being made into a soup?
I don't know. This is like I said. I was a baby.
We didn't question it.
I was a baby. They couldn't talk.
I mean, when you're older, you know, you have your parents, you know, your mother and your father or whatever, and you say, "Why was I made into a soup?"
I don't know if I actually was. This is speculation.
Did you ask, "Was I made into a soup?"
Oh yes, I've asked where babies come from. I've been informed.
That's not what I. Okay.
So I think that we should look into getting. We should look into getting licenses.
For some of us.
All right.
But like, I don't want one.
Neither.
Oh, all right.
I actually do have an additional question now that I've thought on it. Does your usage of magic have to be witnessed? Your studies have to be observed?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't had like a close eye on me or anything like that when I'm learning or anything like that.
Okay. I am more interested in it now. Admittedly.
Before we got into you being soup, I asked, "What's the plan? We gonna go back to that, or are we just gonna skip over it now?"
The plan in general? What do you mean? Regarding?
We're not though.
We aren't?
We're
We got
not?
this
That's what
job,
we're
didn't
doing.
we?
We have a map that we now have to deal with. We're all weirdly staying together, even though most of us cast magic and know we shouldn't be. We're all here for more reasons than just guarding.
Yeah, to rehome my family. So,
In a roundabout way, telling.
I think that I want to see Atra's family safely delivered to wherever they'd like to go.
Uh-huh. Sounds like a
What do you
convenient
want?
excuse. A place to hide.
You are like a rock.
I wouldn't say so, but sure. Why a rock?
Because rocks get kicked off roads and never seen again.
I don't know if that was a threat or not, but sure.
No threat. An admiration.
All I'm saying is, we're a weird group, and none of us questioned when most of us did magic. If we were just a person being a caravan guard, we would have questioned that. So there's reasons that most of us are staying together, and we're still sticking together. We didn't, you know, Vizarda, you didn't see me turn in. He says quietly, you didn't see me turn into a wolf and start running. You just went, okay.
Yeah, I know what druids are.
So you want someplace to hide?
Hmm.
Varsatha, what do you want?
I want to continue with my studies as we continue on. And if we so happen to come across some other little ruins, such as the ones labeled on the map, I wouldn't be unopposed to exploring them.
Why couldn't you have done that research at home? Why'd you leave?
I'll kind of pause for a moment. Talents such as mine are not widely accepted by those that don't know them, as I'm sure you're aware of, as many of us, all of us even, are aware of. It would have been better for me to leave, and frankly, frankly, there's a lot more opportunities outside of the silted wastes.
Oh yeah, you're from this. Oh jeez, that place is awful.
It's not so bad once you get used to it. Get a mask. He flaunts his little mask.
It's the getting used to it part that's the awful part.
It only took 4 years for me.
You're not from the Silver Waste?
I moved in at some point or another.
Huh. I've never known someone to willingly move to the Silver Waste.
You seek change, results, you go somewhere new.
There's many options rather than the Silver Waste. Less hostile.
Why do you think I'm here? Stagnation does not bring results, and so I did not stagnate.
Fair.
You are like a puddle.
In what way? I mean genuinely.
Well, they eventually they evaporate, they go away. But that does not mean
It's
the
most-
water is gone. Simply fall somewhere else.
I do like that. And I do agree.
What about you, Hep?
In what way?
What are you up? What's your plan?
Stay under the radar. And also, hopefully, meet up with, I guess my old friend that we met.
Leanne?
Yeah. That's a thread I need to follow. I don't know, I've always just traveled. I've not really had a purpose, just keep moving. Don't stay in one place too long. Way of life, I guess.
Feels like you're searching for one.
Maybe one that was lost. What about you, Lupe? What you doing here? You just here to steal stuff?
Nah, you don't know that. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, guess I'm just here, walking around, going somewhere. She's not specifying more than that, I fear.
Where are you from anyway? Where'd you come from? You don't have to say anything you don't want to, by the way. Let me make that. I'm not wringing this out of anybody.
I mean, I just came from this city. What's the name again? I probably didn't take too much. Probably took a bit too much wine. Ugh.
Stuff. Hap holding another bottle of the same wine.
I came from somewhere.
That's usually how
Here.
it works.
That's all. I won't specify more.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, and Atri, you're just here to help your parents?
I guess seeing from others' perspectives haven't hurt either. Or trying
Why
to, at least.
Why weren't you more afraid?
I am afraid. I'm afraid of all of you.
Oh. I was going to say specifically of us, and you answered me. In what way?
Every single one of you in a different way is an antithesis to what I grew up on.
Fair point.
It may be all different ways with every single one of you, but all of you are. And clearly that has brought something to somebody. So I'm just... I don't know.
I will say it's refreshing. I met a lot of people who were devoted, and priests and all that kind of such. Your perspective is, your willingness to listen is refreshing. Good. It has to be good, because if not, we would be fucked. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Hap looks to his left, sees that Havi's there, looks to the horses and just nods. Yeah, checks out.
The tight thread between you all discussed, and just the edges of stuff revealed for the most of you. You all talked about what you're going to do now. Perhaps one day you'll get to the why. Nonetheless, the night wears on, you'll find yourself time to rest. The caravan will begin to travel again. And there's a bit of a kerfuffle in the morning, with a particular merchant complaining about thieves and blaming the guards. There's promises made that they'll have guards posted on the outside edge of the caravan in the coming nights.
One question.
Hmm?
During the night, did we see anybody trying to sneak around again that wasn't, that similar to the person that was sneaking around the other night?
You do not.
Okay.
Unless you count Talion.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, good to know.
Some small things to note. If there's anything you guys want to do over the course of the next few days, we can either handle that now, or I can chat with you after the game, and we can kind of sort through little downtime things for you to do. Also, Atra, your mother has a nightmare during this night and wakes up with a bit of a startle about when you come in. But she assures you she's fine. Anything anyone wants to note now before I time skip you guys to the tavern?
Hap will just try and become more friendly with the guards and the dwarves, especially. Just trying to get sources of basically information if stuff goes wrong or anything like that. People he trusts a little bit more. He still doesn't trust any of them, but a little bit more.
Sure.
Talion, using the silk, will attempt to make the world's most expensive bag in the world for carrying random things, like a shoulder bag.
Sure.
He has a needle. He's proficient with it. And then he will bring the alchemical supplies. He'll keep about half of them, and bring the other half to Julia and her gang. A day or two after they've been stolen, not right after.
Not right away. Mm-hmm. They'll happily accept, 8 gold worth of alchemical supplies, and like, oh, you could probably make a potion out of that. I'll take note that you're listening with the guards, Hap, and try to get you whatever information they would have. I'll just have to think about that a bit.
Yeah, all good.
I look to my camera.
So Versada is mainly going to work on his magic. He's really trying to hone in on this combination of spell stuff. I think the first night after everyone's asleep, he goes and tests that sleep cloud on like a few animals in the night. And assuming it fails, he'll just kind of jot some things down, note some mistakes in the rune work, and just keep going at it as much as he can.
Yeah, it does fail. The cloud ignites at a point, and you're blown back. Everyone comes to see what the fuck happened, but you can cover it up pretty easy just by saying, like, you poured the wrong thing on the fire. It was oil, not water, something like that.
Yeah.
And you can attempt it again, of course. This one will cost you 25 gold. You can
Gotcha.
get
How much
supplies
gold
around
did
the
I get?
caravan. Oh, if we want to count out the... you did not take a cut, Talion? Here we go.
I did not.
Oh yeah.
But
no. You get-
going to May.
Yeah. So the cut's still there. Just going. Hap's going to figure out a way to
Gotcha.
give it to May.
Then you each will get 50 gold from that cut.
Wonderful.
Presuming we're giving Havita a cut anyways, since they were there.
Yeah.
with the adventure.
Hap will make sure. Yeah. Wonderful.
I'll note that.
We've then also got the wine that Hap doesn't drink but has kept it. So how much was that wine worth?
150 gold.
Gotcha.
It would take almost a year for that kind of wine to be shipped down here.
I have a quick world question, Zach.
Certainly.
Is alchemy considered illegal? Is that considered magic?
Alchemy sits in a gray zone. It's not considered magic, but most cities will regulate it. But when you're out here in the wilds, not so much. Maybe just
Okay.
don't do anything too crazy with it.
I think in that case, how many nights is it? It's like 2 or 3?
Just 2 nights. Yeah.
Okay. On the first night, I want to, try and learn the Sleep Cloud spell again. Should I roll Arcana for that?
Yeah, roll Arcana. Your DC is now 10, so,
Okay.
Absolutely, you will learn how to make that successfully every time. You can write the scrolls for the normal cost. You know how it goes.
Gotcha. I will copy that spell into my spell book as well.
Mhm.
But on the second night, like looking at his pockets and seeing already he's drained half of what he got from just learning one spell, I think he's gonna go out and try to look for alchemy like resources and whatnot, and try and make some basic potions to sell once they get to the tavern.
Absolutely. Just make me a survival check for foraging around.
Got you.
And you will...
My brain's like, what about nature, though?
If you already knew where they were, yes.
Fair.
But you have proficiency in survival for a reason.
True. Could I have... Can I have Gunnar to help me?
Sure, I'll give you a +2. You're gonna get gold in alchemy supplies equal to what you roll.
Gotcha.
All right, you'll
Oh,
get
that's all
17
that.
gold in alchemy supplies.
Oh, I already added the +2. It would only be 15.
Oh, I see. Okay, 15 gold.
Gotcha.
About enough to make a potion.
Wonderful. And he will do so.
Certainly. Make me I presume a normal healing potion is what you're looking for.
Yeah, something basic.
Okay, you can just use those supplies. Roll me an alchemy check. DC 12. You'll do it.
Yeah.
You got yourself a healing potion. All right. That'll cover your days.
I do one thing.
Of course.
Hap goes to Lupe and he's like, "Oh, Lupe, I forgot. I found this. You're probably better with it."
Oh, what?
And he hands you a very nice looking dagger. It's a +1 dagger. You're more stealthy and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, go for it. And he hands you a +1 dagger.
Absolutely.
I don't remember where I got it from, but I got a +1 dagger from somewhere, and there's no point in me having it. So yeah, I will remove that from. Yep. All right.
Already done.
Wonderful. There's another stats to that. That's me just writing that manually, so I don't know if there's an actual the magic weapon for a dagger +1 dagger, but
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I'll probably have to do it
Yeah.
for them, but that's not
All
hard.
good. Yeah. Yeah, just thought it'd be more useful with you than me, Enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks.
Of course.
and she'll just store up the dagger, and yep, she's happy with it. She's enjoying it.
Yeah. That's it for me.
And then I'll look around the table once more.
Can Talion spend a day making loaded dice? He has a dice set.
It's so funny.
Certainly. All it takes is cutting a little bit away at some of the sides. Set up some loaded dice. You can make a set of loaded dice, sure.
Everyone, please know I'm terrible at dice.
Talion
I am
insists.
very bad. If you bet money that you will win the game, you will most certainly win. As he actively is making loaded dice in front of the party.
He's giving everyone a dice, or what?
These are his.
He's just making himself loaded dice and telling you all he's so bad at the game.
She narrows her eyes.
Could Talion pull Lupe aside for just a moment on one of the days?
Sure.
Lupe, did you notice?
Or what? No, what?
Did you notice that no one asked me what I want?
I did notice it, actually. I was gonna wonder about that.
Do you want to know my secret?
Yeah, sure.
If you don't want people to ask you questions, make them uncomfortable to speak with you.
She'll remember that.
Be a little bit weirder. Grow fangs. Or scales.
I'll try. I mean, gotta figure out how. I don't think I can particularly do it myself.
Don't worry, we'll find a cauldron. We'll make stew.
Oh, you can do that?
Never done it myself, but I'm sure let's just say we're headed in the right direction for me to find some old books. Maybe they were fireproof. Maybe.
Alright. I think it'd be really funny to experiment a little bit to see what we can do. Wink.
do you want?
It just blinks.
And Talion will walk away. Talion, I never finished the sentence properly. No last name.
A great name.
It's almost as good as
Depending on an ID, but it's
none of us is smart.
Oh, that's smart.
very regal name.
But for an Opal crowd.
Yeah. Can Hap make sure that he's using Scout to keep an eye out for that hawk, by the way?
Absolutely. You will not see it again. You'll note that clearly. With your last perception check, your guy has caught on to what that bird is, and will definitively tell you it is not near the caravan again during the coming days.
Hap will let the party know that there's no doesn't seem to be following anymore, which probably builds into it being well done.
Beyond that, you guys fine if we run a longer session today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I have
If it means
Of
travel,
course.
I have another encounter prepared, a possible combat.
of course.
Which I don't need to run, but I can run.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh no,
Hey,
more
Trump.
D&D.
No,
No.
my favorite activity.
Oh, no.
Don't force us.
Yes, Atra.
She would have grabbed just some various different herbs along the road for teas.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have any of those?
She has an. I'm proficient with herbalism kits.
Oh, okay. Just make me a medicine check then. You're gonna get something no matter what, but if you roll well enough, similar to what we did with Versada, there could be a tangible item you make with it.
If there's any benefit, if Talion saw Atra gathering like leaves and things, he would just give them the rest of the alchemical components.
Absolutely. I'll make that a +1 for the remaining 8 gold worth. Brings us to a 20. Yeah, you're able to create some soothing teas, which, if you have people drink at a rest, whether it's a long rest or a short rest, they will gain 5 temporary hit points.
Pretty cool. Well, that's pretty good.
You'll be able to get enough for everyone to have one, basically. So just choose a rest and you'll be able to make that tea. Okay.
Good to know.
Let's get the caravan set back up. I pulled you guys off the caravan. I'm a fool. Okay. As the caravan is traveling, stumbling out of the forest, comes a number of ogres. But they don't charge the caravan immediately, no. For leading them is an ogre who is dressed with scale armor and red cloth covering bits and pieces of them. And they say, "I am here to parley." You may all join me.
I already love him. Just off the bat.
On the caravan. Oh.
Why does this feel like a Shrek reference? Is there a chimichanga guy?
No.
My chimichanga stand.
The caravan keeps going for a moment, and these guys start to step forwards a bit, and the caravan starts to come to a stop. Knights are starting to come over here.
Up like signals them to not be violent. What are you parlaying for?
Passage through my land.
Oh, these are your lands?
Am Ogok, king of ogres.
Hap gives like a small bow. Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
Ogok trying to enlighten all ogre. Make as smart as Ogok.
You seem very intelligent. That seems like a good plan.
We are civil.
And you want what is payment for your going through your lands?
1. I will ask you for what is storied as most reasonable. An arm and a leg.
Oh, that is very reasonable, yes.
From horse, maybe. Or horse on leg. One from you, one from horse.
Me specifically, or just a person in general?
Any. Get emotions around.
I would warn you to not get too close to us. We are carrying the blistering plague.
Oh, all of you.
All of us. Our
Okay.
feet are covered in blisters. When they
What-
pop with each step.
That's why we're in-
It's
that's why we're in
especially bad
carts.
for me. That's why I'm wearing this full suit.
They are going to die.
That's why we're in carts, so we don't have to
Taste.
walk as much.
I think you guys have done some backing up, so that will be a deception check without disadvantage. As he can clearly see everyone in the caravan.
Italian, you doing the deception one or?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
I'm not terrible at it. Yeah, absolutely. I will. Oh, but I'm bad this time. Can I say? Can I use lucky?
Can I
Use
can
after the roll.
I give him my advantage since I was helping?
You can use lucky, that's fine. I don't mind.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Can I give him my advantage?
I just used it.
Yes, you can give him a reroll, which is an advantage.
Cool. So lucky and then reroll.
You've
So I get to
used-
roll at an advantage?
Yeah.
Can I roll one more time? One more time.
That's what it's just a reroll. Is what the session
Let me do the
advantage
recap.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just one more try.
Watch it be a 3.
A worse, yeah.
Two more ones. Or a 2 and a 3. Oh
I'll take
god.
that.
We'll take that. That was so close to a 20, but we'll take the 40.
Plague bad. Plague no good.
Even the horses have it. So,
Their hooves, they are... What
Blistered.
hooves are-
Speaks of wisdom learned by Oguk. You are what you eat. We do not wish to be plague.
Mhm. Love that.
Very well. Move. Go. Be gone.
We will leave your lands as quickly as we can.
Apple slowly hobbled to a cart.
Talia walks on tiptoes away.
He scrutinizes people as they're walking away.
Mitra takes a flat-footed step, then immediately lifts up her foot like it's in pain, starts hopping on one foot, and falls to the ground because that foot was hopped on.
Oh no, they're going to die.
Oh no. Cough. Coughing.
You must take them. Must not be
Don't worry.
sick.
I will drag them.
Did we just do the Hobbit? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking. Just
Yes. I didn't realize it,
Oh
but
my
yes.
lord.
yeah.
Oh no, it is spreading! Run!
Come, ogre. We must make way for not sick people.
Maybe we won't be playing D&D later tonight.
And they're out of here.
As they walk away, Varsada will look to Hap and point and go, now that's a rock.
Yeah. Can Hap command Scout to go look at where they go?
Certainly. You can see them as they march southwards, and you can see some fires rising, and you'll be able to tell that a little distance south here, and probably 3/4 of a day travel west of Medon, where you guys are going, there appears to be a relatively large camp of ogres
Well,
that are coalescing into an ogre town?
Oh.
I want to adopt it. I want to nurture the ogre town.
can I have the map for a second so we can write Ogre Town? Question mark. Oh,
Yeah, here, I'll mark it on your map.
there you go.
Can we make
You
sure
need to make sure
Town
the
thrives?
ogre town survives.
Yeah.
Jinx?
Jake's. I'll be silent for the rest of the session.
we can certainly add this to your list of things to do while you're in the Medon region. Visit
Protect
Ogre
Ogre.
Town.
Well, we can't. We can't ever visit Ogre Town because then they were lying.
We were cured. It's fine.
We went to a temple and a miracle,
cute.
a miracle happened.
Versada lost a foot, but it's fine. We regrew it. It's actually how we cured it. We all chopped off our feet and then.
We chopped off an arm and a leg, and it fixed it.
If fair.
We
Who
wanna
knew that the
protect- Oh, good.
Who knew that the secret to taking down the Great and Dark One was Ogre Town?
Ogre Town is going to be final session. The army of ogres that we have is going to be incredible.
Dear Lord.
Make what allies you will. It's kind of part of this campaign. It's kind of an important part of the start of this campaign is who are going to be your allies and who is going to maybe not be.
Well, job done. Ogres. That sounds done. Campaign over? Question mark.
It's over, yeah.
I haven't got the monologue yet. The campaign can't be over.
You guys haven't yet learned the why of anyone. But you're getting to the what. You're getting there. So, eventually you'll come to Medin. It's nightfall as you arrive, but the caravan pushes on a little bit because they know they'll be able to get room and board inside the inn. It's part of what the fees people pay into the caravan are for. You as guards will get your rooms free of charge. It's part of why you don't get paid very much. You will also each be paid 20 gold because you have reached a destination.
Oh.
People pass over and through towards the Medin Tavern, which is a relatively large building, even in this place, which is like 7 buildings and 6 farms. Roads traveling west, east, and south. Fields of poppies that grow naturally around here make the air a little bit sweet. There's a graveyard next to the tavern, but it's a relatively well-kept one. You file inside with all the folks who want to go in the tavern. Avita will decline for today, on the grounds of they want to, but they probably shouldn't. And you may all join me. I didn't actually put you down. But you may all join me on the Medin. I misnamed that. The Medin Tower Night, which is meant to be the Medin Tavern Night.
Medin Tavern.
People come in and start sitting down, finding their own spots. There's a couple of people who are local rather than from further off. The barkeep gets right to work, and it looks like someone, perhaps his daughter, is helping pass food and drinks around the different tables.
Immediately I clocked into Baron Harkonnen over here. Hope he has a terrible day.
Is that a fairy? What is that?
Yeah, you notice across the way on the table there is a tiny little woman with wings, like a dragonfly, who's just sitting there, and it's drawing some eyes from the new folks coming in, but the barkeep standing here seems fine. The different cliques find their own tables, you know.
Is that? Sorry, one of the tokens looks like a person from Witcher. Sorry.
So what does everyone drink?
Water, normally.
Eat and drink, most likely. Yeah.
Though...
Not water. That's not an option. I've already looked. They don't have water.
No, the ale is usually cleaner. That's why. Save the drink.
I'm a little more experienced in alcohol. It was far more common in the silted deserts than water.
I can imagine. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I would drink too.
You guys want something? I can grab it while I'm at the bar.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Some simple alcohol.
Okay. Lupe, anything specific? Wine, ale?
I already got it.
Past. Okay. I was like, are you sitting at this table telling
What was that, Lupe?
Sorry. I already got enough wine. Just give me some ale.
Okay, ale it is. Atra?
Oh, if you can ask if they have any tea, that would be great.
Gotcha. Telling you want, what? Frog water or something?
And he looks at Hap like he really appreciated that, like that. Like, he was, like the visual version of like a good job. And he goes, "No, I don't. No, the frog water's terrible this season. They're
Gotcha.
molting.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
the filtering and the phlegm. It's not good.
You don't like it with pulp. Gotcha.
Yeah, no pulp. No pulp. Yes.
Gotcha.
I would like a white wine.
White wine. Gotcha.
If it has been left out for a day or two. Vinegary.
I'll try. And then Hap will go. I'm assuming he gets everything easily. Tea, maybe not. And he's like, "Have you got any like white wine that you opened a few days ago?"
Yeah, I got a bottle around. It's been corked. Kind of pulls up a bottle.
Does the job. It's the best we're gonna get.
You want the rest of the
My friend-
bottle or just a glass?
Rest of the bottle will do.
All right. And he'll kind of pull and very quickly and expertly start pulling things out. Name's
Food for
Jarman.
5 people as well.
Food too?
Hap.
Yeah, all right.
Pleasure.
Halloween, we need food for 5. He yells out. That'll be
interest?
5 gold rounded.
Yeah, good 5 gold. Anything interesting going on around?
Yeah.
Have you guys been dealing with ogres recently?
Yeah, there was a guy who came near town and demanded that we set our borders. Hasn't been any trouble.
Was he in red fabric and scale mail?
Yeah, we were worried. You come in an auspicious time, traveler. There's been a couple disappearances, but none of them have been going west. They've all been people who've gone out east to forage. Just 3 people, but 3 in 2 weeks is a lot.
3 people disappeared in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Any are they all the same time, like one group or separately?
All different times. It was all spread out, different people. I mean, we all know each other here, but
Of course.
I put out a reward on it if any of your folks are staying for any amount of time. I'm offering
You got,
390 gold if the problem is found and resolved. And
You got
if
anywhere
it's,
with more
not a
information, like
problem,
a
but
poster?
people being dumb, 100 gold for the time.
Gotcha. You got like a poster or something with more information, like names of people, more specific location?
If you're
route,
gonna be
something like that?
around, I can, once business is through, I can talk you through it. It's
Yeah.
pretty, obviously a few folks are worried, but people going missing, going east into the woods isn't new. It's just been a lot.
What's
Going
in the
into
woods? What? Yeah. Oh, hey, John.
Yeah, people
What's
have been foraging. Farming this year wasn't too great, so, we can buy what we can, but folks would rather go out and find what they can before they ask.
They've been going into the woods.
Yeah, just the edge of it.
What's wrong? What's in the woods? Is there anything like dangerous or anything? Oh, apart from the usual.
There are lots of things dangerous in the woods. Especially if you do not have manners.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll look into it. I'll come talk to you later after everything's calmed down a bit.
Bob gets up from where he was and goes to check in on various groups. Alright, I'll meet you in the morning then.
Yeah, appreciate it. And Hap will go sit down at a table.
Firelight, can you make sure they have stuff ready for the morning? He kind of looks over to the pixie.
Her name is Firelight?
Yeah. And in a squeaky voice, they go, "You got it, boss. I'll have everything all set." And then they whiz through the air. Through a little hole in the top of this door.
They're perfect in every way.
What else do we have going on? Folks over here, you sit down over here, Versana. You're going in to meet these strangers, Talion. Folks are...
Wait a I recognize that token, Zach.
Huh? I don't know what you
I
mean.
just realized.
What?
Uh-huh.
Huh? I thought I'd reuse the art, yeah. Versada, give me a perception check.
Mhm. Okay. I'm amazing at these. Never mind. I'm God.
You will notice every once in a while as you're sitting here focusing, your focus is taken away. There's folks, making noises and whatnot in the tavern. People are being a little boisterous. They get to sit somewhere relaxing inside by a fire with good food. Stuff is brought in for you all. As Eloine starts to head out, she'll come back soon. But something catches your notice every so often, seemingly at random intervals over a few minutes since you guys arrived. Which is whistling, but in tones that are slightly familiar, like mimicry of what Havita does. Coming from behind you.
He'll kind of have Gunnard pop out and rest right underneath his hat, looking underneath it, seeing if it's this woman.
Yeah, and you'll be able to tell that it is both this woman and Duke Dam.
Ah. Okay. Oh man, okay. So it sounds like Celestial?
Yeah, it sounds like they're mimicking Celestial, but they're whistling at like little tunes.
Okay. He'll actually look over to like this table for a moment, and then he'll look at Lupe. And kind of try and get their attention and call them over.
Oh, she she'll like drinking her drink. Kind of looks around for a moment, taking the scenery, and then just now notices Versada gesturing. She's like, "Oh shit, what's up?"
He'll kind of lean forward and speak in a hushed tone and say, "The people behind me are speaking in a way that sounds vaguely similar to Celestial, and while I don't believe you're fluent in that language, it's a bit different, and it reminds me of something else.
What's
And I
that?
feel like you might be well versed. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard out and about. He'll kind of pause. Criminals will communicate with one another through various strings of code. Does this sound like anything to you?" And he'll like kind of point out the whistling to Lupe.
Can I identify a Zach? I don't know why I said Jack. Might be.
Don't worry. You listen in,
Powers.
and you can, Varsada, you can point it out when it happens.
Mhm.
And you're not quite sure because this is a little different, but the tones do sound a little familiar to some of the thieves' cant you ended up learning a little bit of. Something like you're not sure what they start it with. There's like a very short sentence that they start it with every time. And then like, if you don't need anything, then I just won't draw any more attention to you. From Duke Dam. And the other one says, "Certainly. Be careful when you next go home." Yeah, you're having some trouble. It's not exactly the same. Like the whistling tones is different. You're just going by the general meaning behind doing this kind of thing.
The tone is kind of difficult to understand, and she's also like leaning over. But basically, from what I'm hearing, is that apparently they don't want attention to the woman back there. If that's what I understood, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Versada will nod, and he's listening. And as you're talking, he's drawing a staff in his book, like a musical staff, and is attempting to write down the notes that they're whistling.
That's cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I mean, yeah, it's the way they're doing it is very weird. I mean, not weird, kind of. I don't fully understand it. It's like really different. I don't know how to describe it. When someone's speaking calm, but they're speaking it in a very thick accent that you can't really understand properly.
If I had to guess, they are hiding from detection on all fronts. They've combined an obscure language with this weird code thing. Thank you. This has been incredibly helpful. I'm going to look into this, I think. I'll keep you updated.
All right. Good luck, corpse boy. And she walks away without hearing him out.
No.
He stops writing for a moment and just kind of looks at Lupe. And I think Gunnard will like fly out of his hat and will just kind of sit in front of his face. And then they'll just kind of have a short conversation with one another that nobody else can hear in his head.
What's that?
Did you want to do anything, Atra, before I keep rolling around the room to different people?
Nothing particularly, no. Not the moment.
Okay. Then I'll hop over to Talion as you approach this group of armored thugs at this table. One is particularly large and kind of leaning over the table as you approach. He's talking to the other two, and he says, "All right, so if we can get your boys and your boys together, we might be able to go and raid that camp those ogres have set up."
Hello?
Huh? He looks
Is
up.
this seat taken?
They kind of looked at you. Not taken, but why do you want to sit?
You all look like fine gentlemen.
This guy here laughs. Thanks. Take a seat.
I'll be honest with you, I've been traveling for what feels like a lifetime. Caravans, you know? Ugh. I wanted to know if you gentlemen would be interested to play some dice.
This guy looks to the other two. And he looks to you, and he squints.
Yeah.
Sure. But you play a game with these two. I'll get us drinks. And he gets up.
Also, I'd be very worried about the ogre camp. They have an incredibly powerful wizard. I watched him melt someone's skull.
Shit. Might not be worth the run-in then. Heard there was bandits northwest. Could try that, or... Yeah,
They're
could just... you're good for info. Looks to you. Yeah, sure, I'll play dice. This guy goes... Right, yeah, what games do you play?
Highest roll wins.
Highest roll, let us teach you something.
What is the gamble?
We got some coin on us from our last job. You okay betting for coin, or...?
I'll bet for coin. But if I win, you owe me a favor.
I'll owe you a favor worth the coin, alright?
I like that.
Okay, let's see if you have loaded dice. So how do you want to go about fleecing these two?
Italian will be a nasty little guy, and will lose a few rolls on purpose. And then as it approaches the time where someone usually would kind of step away from the table, we'll say, you know what, double or nothing. And then we'll roll his loaded dice.
Absolutely. Roll me a persuasion check to see if you can hold them in sway. Yeah. Alright. So you'll be out 4 gold. However, by the end of it, each of them owes you each of them owes you 4 or 5 goldish worth of favors. Whatever that means.
Excellent. I'm so sorry. What are your names?
This one goes, Aiden Kaltira. The south one. And the north one goes,
Balin?
Garrett.
Garrett?
And the guy across the table who refused to play says, I'm Perrin. You're old. Boys, you can't be losing dice games. We're strategizing. Come on, get back to it.
Oh, I should tell you, are you strategizing about the ogre camp, yes?
Yeah. It's like, apparently they have a wizard.
They have a wizard. I watched him melt someone's skull.
Ah, fucking wizards. Alright.
They also have a priest.
I don't know if they have enough loot for it to be worth hiring one. Damn it, boys. Alright, let's start plotting a different region.
I would say that the forest spiders are dormant at this time of year to the east. You could likely walk into one of their nests and take their eggs.
Think so.
Oh yes, very dormant. Docile, like a puppy. He's lying.
I'll give it a try. We can see what we can manage. Worst case, we can always harry the roads, right?
Last time I heard, the merchant in one of the Opal Keep merchants, one of the king's local registries, was paying 100 gold pieces per egg. Do with what you will. Enjoy your day.
And you leave those few to their stuff. Halloween returns in. And we'll pass by with you, kind of back to the table, to bring out food for you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Enjoy.
He just nods.
She'll make her way around, continuing her rounds. As will Hobbins.
Hap will just enjoy the booze and food.
Alright. Then, while you all are enjoying your time, you can see some lantern lights outside. Oh, I just hit everyone. My bad.
I thought you did a me and delete all the tokens by accident.
No, we're good. As some folks approach the tavern. Doors swing open. Looks to be a relatively old figure in somewhat fine clothing. It looks like the kind of clothing that is used for special occasions and which does not see much use. And a couple of almost like I mean, they look like guards, essentially, come in. They have very basic armor, weapons at their side, not drawn. Push in. And as they come in and enter, they'll look around the room a little bit. And Versada, you are very close to the door. You might have a moment of panic. Because you recognize them. You are muted.
You're muted.
We're muted.
All right. Versada will immediately open his book nice and wide, plant it on the table in front of him, tilt his hat down, reach into his backpack, and put on his mask.
Absolutely. Starting to head inwards. Just pass by. You'll notice the guard comes over to your table while these two start to pass by. And he'll wordlessly take out a sheet of paper and put it on the table. And it says...
Grabs it.
Absolutely. It says missing person. And there is a sort of... the face relatively round, hair set relatively short, an individual wearing somewhat fine clothing. There's a vague description below of brown, nearly reddish hair, short cut, somewhat pudgy.
This person got a name? Who's missing?
And forgive me, Versada, I forget this person's name, but Versada knows them. Could you tell me their name?
Let me find it one moment.
A gap in my notes.
It would be Tassa. Do you remember the last name?
Yeah. It says...
It'd be Tassa.
Tassa Beloselski.
So Beloselski.
Seen.
I'm not seeing anyone like it.
If due, reward
How much?
2,000 gold.
Perhaps involuntarily his eyes go slightly wide. Someone important?
Missing son. Beloselski.
Beloselski, gotcha. Someone might put in that name, probably, I assume, Dust, in the chat just so I can get it spelled properly. Yeah, I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye out. Where are they from?
From Alandus.
Alandus, gotcha. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Sorry, I don't have any more information.
Okay. They keep moving. They go to the next table and they put down another sheet, and the guards seem to be dutifully doing so on every table. Even the ones without people.
I'd have to keep an eye out for that person. That's a lot of money.
Alright, interesting.
Ask the rest of the party, see if they know anything. And Hab just goes back to eating his food. Acting like it's nothing too important, really.
These guys are chatting.
Yes, we definitely have to keep our eye, like you said.
Yeah.
2,000 a lot.
Dylan, you seen this?
Oh no, I am blind.
Oh, really? I'm learning
Why
so
is
many
this
facts.
person-
I'm learning so many facts about you.
Yes, blind, also deaf,
Dead.
dead, and immortal.
Hmm.
Who is this person?
Not a clue.
Why are they missing?
Someone's son. Something like that. Someone important. Probably noble of some sort, I assume.
Yeah, Bella, I decided I'd reuse the art.
Does it say where they were last seen?
I used the same sort of naming scheme as well.
Read it, Zach.
Apologies. What was that?
Does it say where they were last seen, this person?
It does not. It just says that they are looking for them. It has their name, it has a vague description of them, and an illustration of their face.
Gotcha.
Colored, oddly enough. So you can see.
And the picture doesn't look familiar in any way, shape, or form?
It does look a little familiar, but you're probably having some trouble placing where.
Huh. Must be
Did
weird.
they tell you? Did they tell you who they are? These weird people walking around.
Nope.
Hey yo!
They turn rather jerkily, like they almost shake a bit as they turn around, their shoulders rolling.
Where was this person last seen?
Trail. Dashia. Silted Desert.
Oh,
Did I say Dashia? I'm so sorry. I meant to say Alandis.
You did.
You did say that.
I was like, damn, Dashia.
Alandis.
Holy fuck.
No, Dashia
Yeah, I
doesn't
got-
exist yet.
I got confused too. I was like, hello?
Dashia doesn't exist yet.
We all clocked on that, but I just assumed it was right. So I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Okay, this guy's a time traveler. Okay. Why were they there?
Not sure.
Why are you dying?
Not dying. Living.
Oh,
They give
okay.
their lips part, but it's a little slow. Give you a smile.
Okay, everyone. And Tyan drops his voice down. Those guards are not normal.
are they undead?
I think they might be undead.
Sorry, you don't know anything about this person, right?
Versada, still with his mask on, will.
Wait, what you got that on for? What's that?
The smell of alcohol has never done me good. It just got to me a little bit, and I didn't want to step outside, so I figured I'd stay in. No, well, yes and no. I lived in the Silted Deserts for quite a bit. I don't quite know. They look familiar. I might be able to look through my book. I might have written down something about them.
Might as well check. It's worth a lot of money.
Indeed.
Across the way, this guy gets up with a great sigh, motions to the guards, and they'll follow in behind him. And having left probably a dozen such papers in here, they will make their way out.
Sorry, watching them like shimmy up the door.
You're from the Shielded Desert, yes?
Are you talking to Versada?
Yes.
I visited for a while. I only left recently.
Do you know this person?
They look vaguely familiar. I'll take a read through my book, see if I have any information on them. I would have written it down.
Well, this food's good.
Happy?
I'm happy to go back to eating. Sorry. Keep going.
Have we ever seen Versada without a hat on?
No.
He
Oh.
he did take his hat off and put it on Javita, but you've never seen any of his hair because he has like a full body suit that goes over his hair and covers most of it. Little tufts
Gotcha.
have stuck out, but Nothing crazy.
Why are they paying so much money for some random person?
It's so important.
A gift to the desert. But it is odd that 3 people are missing here.
Yeah. Three people in the space of 2 weeks have gone missing.
And they all traveled east.
Which is the direction we're going. We don't want it to be something that could affect the caravan as a whole. Might be worth us telling the caravan to wait a day or two, and us going to check this out, figuring out what's going on.
We could boldly travel ahead.
Be the valiant guards that we are.
I like that idea.
I do too.
Means no one gets hurt as well. Still doing our job. We are still guards, so.
Foraging on the edge of the forest. So is there not enough to forage here?
People are greedy.
If it is the same forest I'm thinking about, that forest is not like greed.
I don't think most people think about the forest as a thing to, like, what did you say, have manners for?
Yes, you should have manners when you interact with sources.
Oh, I agree with any plant life, or but most people don't think like that.
There is I think it is good that they just go ahead and tell you all called an investment into my safety. As we travel east, specifically northeast, we take the bend. People in this caravan are going to die. Just statistically.
Well, eventually we're all going to in some way.
Speak for yourself.
Well, you're already dead, so.
But I am also undead and immortal and blind and deaf.
It's sad that all become equal in death.
That's sad to you?
No, it's sad.
Oh, I think it's sad. Sorry, I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Aethra, you're probably the most educated out of all of us.
Alright.
What do you think is occurring?
I'm genuinely not sure.
I'm going to ask one question to this barkeep.
You can head off and march over to here. You will catch as Veltanus Xerxes excuses himself from his table and goes out back. And the little pixie comes in. So as you come next to Duke Dam, he's just got a mug of beer in front of him he's slowly sipping at. The barkeep looks over. Pixie lands kind of over here.
I have a question regarding the missing people.
Alright.
And this is going to sound rude because it is. Were they particularly stupid and feeble of their mind?
No, sharp ones all. Relatively young. It really is a shame. It's all... And he twists his head a bit. It's all folks who didn't want to ask for help from me. It's kind of well known around here. Everyone here works their behinds off. And really, it's just the tavern that takes a lot of the money, so I try to help out all the folks, but some are too proud.
What did they need?
Food, I bet.
What were they? So they were foraging for food? Okay.
Mushrooms, berries, the like.
Did they have gloves?
It's a good question. I'm not sure.
You have to have gloves if you're picking mushrooms.
Well, I'm no forager, so.
We are headed in that direction. If we find them, we will just simply release them and send them on the road.
Of course. I thank you for looking into it. It'll help put a lot of people at ease around here.
Are you sure they weren't stupid?
He laughs loud a little bit, and the pixie seems to get a little annoyed almost, both at you asking that question and at him laughing. He starts to say, "Well, you never..." And the pixie will say, No, they were just fine. They were just going out looking for apples, and for berries, and for mushrooms. Like any sane person would.
But in the woods to the... That's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. And the Duke will mutter up and say, many normal person would offer some caution towards such actions. The forest, it is, well, deadly. Pixie gives you both a look and buzzes off angrily.
Okay, I've angered the pixie.
Don't mind
All right,
Fireflight, they were friends with a couple of them.
Well, if they haven't been eaten by spiders or awakened an old bear, maybe we'll get them back.
I hope so. Just knowing what happened will help, though.
Alright. Also, next time, leave your bottles of wine open for 1 to 2 weeks.
You just turn around. Well, Talion was having that discussion. Can I get a perception check from everyone at the table?
Yeah.
No.
14? 5? 17 will do it.
Woohoo.
I suppose Corellian popped out. Lupe. You will notice through the window a little swish of the robes as Veltanus turns back around from over here. Out this window here. And you're sure you saw another figure there. Just for a moment. Leap. Like crazy. Like they were leaping 10, 12 feet. Silent.
Oh.
Veltanus is going this way.
Okay, now I'm nosy. It's going to
Kind of getting
look
up. Talion's coming back, you know.
It's good. See if she can be nosy around, peep out the window, be nonchalant for real.
Thomas comes back inside and sits down. You peer out. You see you see the horses all set up in a line.
Horses.
From the caravan. A well. You see some footsteps out there. But otherwise all is quiet.
Huh. Should go back to
Talion goes to explore. See a tap room, it's empty. And I think, as you're all coming back together, I'm gonna let you stew on some of those things. And we will come back to that next time.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
I hope you all had a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone who is here to support me directly in this way, and thanks to everyone who came by over the course of the stream for supporting in that way. And you know what? We'll see you all next week.
Yippee! Yahoo!
Yeah,
Yahoo!
right.
Bye.